Hey, I'm going to show a demo of two types of webhooks in Paradigm. I'll start with input webhooks. So to access webhooks, you click this button and you can see there's two types of webhooks, input webhooks and output webhooks. Simply put, input webhooks bring data into your sheets and output webhooks send enriched data out of your sheets. So webhooks are a great way to connect Paradigm with other tools. Specifically, for input webhooks, a great example is, let's say you have a form that whenever this form is being filled out, you want to automatically send the data to Paradigm. Another great example is maybe you have a CRM. Whenever a new row to the CRM is added, you want to send this data to Paradigm. These are all great examples of an input webhook use case. Whenever on some trigger, you want to send something into Paradigm to then be enriched. So I will click enable to start off setting up this webhook. And let's say that in this example, we will build a form where every time this form is filled out, I want the data to go into Paradigm. So example form. And I'm going to press enter. This is just a form service called Tally. It will work with any form or really any product, any third-party product that has a webhook connection. Or if it doesn't have a webhook connection, you can use a workflow tool like Zapier to add a webhook connection. So I'm just going to add a couple of questions into this form. So I'm going to say name, email, and actually, that's it for now. So let's publish the form. You can always add more to it later. And let's copy this form link in case we need it. And go to integrations. There we go. And find webhook. So add a webhook endpoint. Nice. So in Paradigm, we see this webhook URL. We can copy that and add it here. It's also asking for a signing secret or HTTP headers. That can be added if we have require token on. For now, I'm going to turn require token off, which will be the simplest setup, but also less secure. If you're doing something that requires security, I do recommend having a token, but for the purposes of this example, I'm just going to click connect. You'll see that it has this green dot, which means it's connected. And now I will open up my form. And now I will open up my form. And I want, whenever this form is filled out, the data to enter into Paradigm. So I'm going to set up the Paradigm sheet in a similar way that this form is set up. So name, email, and let's extract some information. So maybe I want to extract first name, last name, company. Maybe I want to get the LinkedIn of the person, and also I want a bio. I want 3-sentence on this person. Awesome. So now that my columns are set up, I can submit this form. With my info. And when I do, I can wait a second. And the data will generate in. So this is the really cool part. You'll notice that the first thing that was parsed was all of this context on my name, email, and first name and last name, even though I didn't input my first name and last name in a form. This is great because it means you don't need to specifically match the column information for Paradigm to extract the information that you want to go into the sheet. And even more than that, we'll use this base context to enrich and get more information about the person. So now it found my LinkedIn, and it's about to find company and bio and so on. I could add more and more columns. I'll just submit this form one more time with someone else on our team to show that it will be consistent for every time this form fills out. It will keep adding more and more rows. You can also check out the bio here. Awesome. Next, I will talk about output webhooks.